Hi there, my name is Sanjay Vyas. I'm the Executive Vice President and Global SBU Head for Clinical Logistics and Pharmacovigilance, and also the Managing Director at Parexel India. I think the one thing that really excites me, and every day when I wake up in the morning thinking about that there is a patient at the end of the line that we are working towards. And I think that's what excites me every day, that we are delivering drugs that will ultimately going to help patient who is behind the line. Now, there are a lot of memorable days when you work in pharmaceutical logistics industry, but I think the most memorable one I remember was during COVID, when we had one of the cancer patients who actually was under a clinical study conduct for oncology study and was traveling from Malaysia to Singapore, and suddenly the lockdown happened and we literally had to pivot to think about the strategy of how the drug finally could be delivered to the patient's home so that the patient does not miss the dosage regime that happens on a regular basis. And that was something which still remains very positive in my mind, because we were successful in getting that drug delivered to the patient's house and made sure that the cancer patient did not miss the dosage. It's very difficult to summarize everything in one challenge, but I think the one biggest challenge that remains in the pharmaceutical industry is from compliance perspective. And I think that's something, the regulatory compliance is very, very critical, because as I said, you cannot forget that you're working in an industry that impacts the patient's lives at the end of the day. I would say knowledgeable, exciting, incredibly, I would say, it's the information download that I'm getting out in this particular event is something which is very interesting, that the industry stalwarts who are sharing their opinions and thoughts has been very eye-opening, coming from different perspectives, right from pharmaceutical side to sponsor side to technically from the cargo side to the air freight industry and ocean freight industry. So I think that plethora of information coming together, culmination of knowledge, is something very exciting about this summit. I would say, while the industry is very focused on the finished product to the end market, I think the summit should start focusing on the upstream of the supply chain as well. When I talk about upstream, it's more of how the drug develops, and from drug development all the way till it reaches the market, because that's also a very critical component of the supply chain piece of it. So connecting, when you do that, you'll get an entire connection right from upstream to the downstream.